world where everyone was forced to stay home and every social interaction was on a computer screen.
Deadly coronavirus.
Declare this a global health emergency.
Warning that a shelter-in-place order could take hold.
Officially declaring a national emergency.
I was 14.
I was 13. I was 11.
Soon to be 50.
Yeah, I was 15.
Throughout late 2019, early 2020, people were becoming sick from an unknown virus, the coronavirus. In order to prevent the spreading of this terrible disease, people were ordered to remain in their homes and to only leave for the essentials.
My name is Chloe Mason, and I will be 17 next week.
I'm Maddie, and I'm 16 years old.
My name is Robbie, and I'm 14.
My name is Jude Rebley. I'm 52 years old.
I'm Sawyer Morgan. I'm 17 years old.
It's 2 years later now, and things are back to normal. School's reopened, you don't need a mask to go anywhere, you can hang out with your friends. But although the pandemic may seem over, its lasting effects still take toll on many. What effects did quarantine have on your mental health?
They were detrimental. The social isolation was really bad, especially because I'm an only child. So it was really just me, my parents, and my grandmother. But I felt like I was getting out a lot more and like doing like outdoor things instead of like my usual shopping and coffee and stuff like that.
It was very isolating. Like I felt like I had no friends at that time and I couldn't talk to anyone. And I was just kind of like alone the whole time, I guess. Very fun.
I thought it was pretty fun because I got to just call up a friend and hang out on video games.
There's a lot of anxiety surrounding, kind of everything. And I think it, one of the kind of things we sort of learned was how COVID could affect people with comorbidities. So it did kind of made me kind of take my own health and self-care, more seriously. And that certainly includes, mental health. So, I just sort of made it a point not to kind of wallow and,
Whatever, bit bad. I don't know. That's the specific as I'll go.
How did you manage negative feelings during quarantine?
I picked up journaling, I picked up tarot reading, I picked up a lot of hobbies to just keep me busy. I picked up knitting and crocheting, so that kept my hands busy, got rid of a lot of the fidgeting, a lot of the anxiety, stuff like that. So just a lot of like general coping mechanisms.
I didn't. That's the thing, I didn't. I just kind of kept going, and then it just got better as like we started going into school.
Really have any negative feelings.
I try to, turn to, things like more positive coping skills. Not always, but I really try to lean more towards. I did try to get out into nature, and I started hiking the long trail, so that was like finally started happening. The type of TV I would watch would be in preparation for that.
So just honestly, just like FaceTime people like the entire day.
What are the lasting effects COVID has had on you?
Well, I still crochet and knit, I still journal every day, I still implement those coping mechanisms into my everyday life, but I feel like I never really got back into the swing of things with my social life. I sort of kept it, I keep to myself now.
Probably anxiety and like fear of being alone. Like I always feel like I have to have someone next to me, like walking with someone, Like I don't want to be in that like stage again, I guess.
Nothing really, except for COVID.
Last thing, I'm continuing to try to, just be a better version of myself and try to take better care of myself. So the cold plunging to keep my immune system strong. Exercise. I'm trying to get better sleep now because I feel like all of these are really important. As we continually get exposed to different types of viruses.
I feel like I have a greater need to go out every single night because of how many nights I couldn't go out. I feel like, Dawson, you understand this. It's like, I go every single day because I couldn't.
What are major takeaways from quarantine?
Honestly, like, everybody is there for each other. You know, I feel like as a society, like, we all branched apart because of all the arguments that were happening during quarantine because, like, you know, everybody's bored and on Twitter. But at the same time, everybody was going through the same thing. Everybody was having the same issues, and, like, in a way, a lot of people were able to come together. So I think that was something that was, like, good.
Definitely just, like, don't take advantage of, like, what you have, because I guess before COVID I didn't even realize, like, how important it was to, like, have so many people and, like, how the things that we did, and then once it hit, it was just like, whoa. Yeah.
Wear a mask.
Major takeaway is that, you know, you cannot survive eating Ben and Jerry's every single night for months on end.
I like talking to humans in person more. And people who still wear masks now are probably insecure about their face.
My biggest takeaway from the pandemic is that community is essential and human connection isn't something to take advantage of. Because just like that, we lost the ability to interact in person. But we persevered. Now I'm aware of how important the little things are, like hugging someone important to you, laughing with your friends, and even just the presence of others.
I hope I'm in your dreams the way you are in all of mine. You got a love so fine. I wish that I could make you mine. Won't you sit down? You know I love you, honey, and you look so tired. I know it's hard, we're thrown into this life, but one day we must die. But that river will flow on, even after we're all long gone. Yes, that river will flow on. Won't you take me with you before I'm gone? There you sit, you're so alone and quiet. Well, I can't help but stare how I love you, and it just ain't fair. But